You can do a lot with potatoes. They're one of the most versatile veggies that you can pair with almost anything. Whether you're making mashed potatoes, poutine, scallop, or hasselback, it's all in the technique. So today, I'm here to answer all your potato questions so your next roast dinner won't be half-baked. So for mashing, baking, and frying, you want a potato that's got a lot of starch. Something like a russet or a Yukon Gold, also known as Idaho potatoes. What you want to do is roast your potatoes instead of boiling them, because boiling them adds way too much extra water. So let's get started. All right, so potatoes are perfectly roasted. I kept the skin on. It really kind of cases them in and steams them from the inside. And now what I want to do is I want to pass them through a ricer. This way, they'll stay nice and fluffy. So they're still a little bit hot. And just split them open. Just pop them right in there. Beauty. And very easily just squeeze them out. Yeah, this is pretty fun. Now, time to go to the pan and get creative. Turn on your pan to medium heat. Potatoes right in there. Perfect. Now we're gonna season it. And the trick here is not to mix too much. That's how you get gluey, sticky mashed potatoes. We want something light, fluffy, and delicious. So I'm not gonna play with it too much, mix all the ingredients together and kind of let it go. So I've got some butter, just a touch, a little bit of salt and pepper. I like to use milk, keeps it a bit lighter and fluffier, but you could use cream if you want. Little touch of milk. And some caramelized onions. Obviously, this is gonna give it nice, sweet, caramelized flavor. Now, like I said, I don't want to over-mix. I wanna just kind of bring everything together and then stop. So just keep on folding everything in, just like that. Put these right back in the skin. Perfect, fluffy, caramelized onion mashed potatoes. So for my go-to baked potato, I've got some pearl onions, some mushrooms, and a little bit of veal stock. And that's kind of come together with a touch of butter. Just gonna leave that there. And now my potato is baked. Split it open, and I wanna make a little bit of room in there, like that. And now, touch of garlic butter right in the center, and that's gonna melt. This is still a little bit hot here as well. So I've got my onions, my mushrooms, my stock. Just get some of that veal stock in there. Looking good. To that, I've got some bacon that I crisped up. Always good on a baked potato. And I'm gonna finish off with some cheese. I'm just gonna grate it right on top. And there you go, my go-to baked potato. Now, when it comes to sweet potato, my favorite way of making them is to keep the skin on, scrub them, make sure it's nice and clean, and then I take a fork and I put about 20 holes in them, put your oven on at 400 degrees, and pop them in there for a half hour. And I guarantee you'll get really good results every time. Trust me, I have 2 kids. All they eat is sweet potato. I like to cut my potatoes in fries or wedges, toss them in some olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, or even sometimes one of my favorite spices is Montreal steak spice. Toss them in the olive oil, put them on a baking tray, and then I'll pop them in the oven. But for the first 15 minutes, I'll put another baking tray right on top. So this will create kind of like a little enclosure and the potatoes will steam just a little bit. Take that off for the last 15 minutes of cooking, and then you'll have the perfect roasted wedge potatoes that'll be nice and crispy. Guaranteed. Now this is how you do it. So you grab your potato, 2 wooden spoons, and you just put it right in the middle so you don't cut all the way through. You want to really just slice the potato, but you want it to hold on the bottom. So just like that, slowly just cut in the potato. You might want to hold these and just take your time. Not only does it taste amazing, it looks really cool too. And there you go. Now, really easily, 1 pat of butter in between each slice. And if it doesn't quite fit, well, you just, I think the technical term is smush it. Really important to get each one. 1 more. There we go. It's looking good. So we're gonna pop this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes. After a half hour, you'll have a lot of the butter here at the bottom of the pan. We're just gonna baste it until it's perfectly cooked and crispy. Wow, came out perfect. Now that's a Hasselback potato. The next level side that'll really impress your guest. That's everything you need to know about potatoes. Now, you're the expert.